Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and well, it looks like right about now we're nearing the end of this month right about now, and and I guess from the looks of it, summer vacation is coming to an end for this year. Yeah, I wish it could have actually lasted for a while longer for sure, but hey, I guess if anything, all good things must come to an end for, of course, this summer right about now, because, yeah, that's definitely saying a whole lot compared to the several other times that we had our summer vacations before. But it looks like this year's summer vacation is coming to an end right about now, and I guess it's time for a good number of us to get ourselves back to school, or something like that, and that's no exception to me, because during the time this video goes live, I'm officially back at my pretty much back at college right about now, getting myself fully ready for a brand new semester after I took one off just to focus on myself for sure, but we'll have to wait and see if it actually does, if I'll do much better this semester. Just as my way to finally pull myself together for sure. So, and hey, if not, then, well, it'll be another trip to their counseling, my college's counseling center, for me at least. But yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can do, and I'm hoping to have pretty much my semester at college this year will probably be much better than last year, given for the fact on what's been going on with the pandemic for sure. In fact, it's such a shame to have pretty much some COVID-19 mandate safety protocols are still being implied for of course this semester right about now. But I am pretty satisfied to hear that they're still offering on some pretty interesting, on some COVID vaccines that has been rolled out for sure. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what we need at this point. But yeah, I guess if anything, I think it's actually I think it's still helpful regardless on that for sure. So yeah, I am definitely looking forward to, of course, pretty much my next semester at college, and I'm hoping that it'll be much better, and if not, then I'll see what I could do to sort some things out for sure. But hey, I guess in the meantime, I think I might as well get myself fully into the midst of course, pretty much came right on to, of course, talking about the latest movie that just recently came out for sure, and let me tell you, I am super psyched to actually talk about this one. So yeah, I guess if anything, I guess I do need one movie in particular to wrap up my incredibly busy summer devoted to, of course, seeing a good number of movies in theaters, because yeah, when you really think about it throughout each week for sure, I think I have been putting out a brand new thoughts video on a new movie in theaters every single week by far, which, yeah, I guess it's absolutely insane right about now, and but hey, I guess I do need something right about now to actually get myself fully into the midst of things for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, since after I pretty much I guess if anything, I guess I might as well wrap up my entire busy summer of course seeing movies on the big screen for sure, which yeah is pretty much the majority of my summer vacation for sure, on top of, well, making videos as normal. I guess I might as well wrap it up with of course something that I have been I think would be a really great fit for sure. And in case you want to know, I guess for today's movie right about now, I think I guess if anything, we've actually well, I guess for my case, for today's movie right about now, we have officially summoned it by saying its name 5 times while looking in the mirror. So yeah, which is actually quite fitting, because when I actually saw it at Crown City Cinemas, I was kind enough to meet up the owner as always, who is still super nice and really really quite helpful as always for sure. So, and it's actually quite fitting seeing of how just well over a year ago I have set foot onto that place as my first official experience since after they renovated the place by going to see the new Bill and Ted movie a year ago. So yeah, I guess if anything, I guess I might have got myself a bit of a deja vu for sure. But the only difference is that yeah, I guess for today's movie, I think the owner was, of course, kind enough to ask me, what movie would you like to go see? And I responded by saying, well, that depends. Do you suppose you have a mirror that I can borrow? To which the owner responded by saying, well, as long as you don't summon anyone from it, So yeah, given to, of course, what I'm actually saying right about now, I think it's pretty clear on what I'm going to be talking about. But for those who don't, for today's movie that I'm going to be talking about, I'm, of course, going to be talking about the latest horror movie, simply known as Candyman. Or, I guess in this case, Candyman 2021 right about now. So yeah, I guess if anything, I guess to devote to a bit of context, the new Candyman movie is, of course, it just recently came out right around this weekend, and it serves as the sequel to the original Candyman from 1992 for sure, but more as a direct sequel to the original Candyman from that year that I mentioned. So yeah. Kind of confusing when I actually say it out loud, but it's pretty much what I can say. Alright. So, yeah, I guess now that I've actually got that out of the way, seeing of how I guess I do know the movie is called Candyman, I think it's appropriate that I should probably talk about how I felt about the original. Well, I guess I will say, I guess if anything, I know back pretty much back then, I know I wasn't really into horror movies for sure, but thankfully, if you have recall when I actually saw It Chapter 2, my maturity has, of course, caught up with me, and now I'm actually more open to actually go see horror movies for sure. Similar to what I did back in 2016 when I saw with the first Deadpool movie, with, of course, seeing R-rated movies in theaters, and yeah, thankfully, I've been doing way more of the hang about now compared to the last few years that I've actually mentioned, which is actually well worth it for sure. So yeah, I guess I knew right away to get myself fully prepared for, of course, the new Candyman movie for sure. I guess it's appropriate that I should talk about the original for sure, and yeah, I did manage to take a look at the original beforehand, and in case you want to know, I actually really enjoyed the original for what it is. Yeah, I thought the story was really well inventive, the characters are incredibly likable, the actors pulled off pretty good performances, it's got some really great scares that really kept me on the edge of my seat, but the most important thing I can say is that Tony Todd, who plays Candyman in this movie, absolutely steals the show whenever he's on screen. So yeah, I guess if anything, the original Candyman I thought was actually a really good horror movie for sure, and truly a really good one that I think is well worth checking out. While of course its two sequels, Farewell to the Flesh and Day of the Dead, are, well, nothing like the first film. So yeah, that's pretty much my quick summary on, of course, pretty much the first two Candyman sequels, Farewell to the Flesh and Day of the Dead. They're just, well, nothing like the first film. That's it. Nothing much else. Oh, what, you were expecting more? Well, I wish I could, but no. No, not at all. That's pretty much what you got when you want to hear me talk about the two Candyman sequels we got before this one. So, there you go. But yeah, I guess regardless on that, I actually really enjoyed the original Candyman for sure. I think it actually serves as a really a really good horror movie and a really good slasher movie for sure, and I say it does deliver well, being of course a really incredible horror movie about an urban legend come to life for sure, to which yeah, the urban legend is for, of course, Candyman, that you will, of course, be able to summon him if you say his name in the mirror 5 times in a row. So yeah, I guess you can actually summon Candyman by saying his name 5 times and not 3. Though I guess it is duly noted because the saying someone's name in the mirror 3 times in a row is more of a Bloody Mary thing, as well as Beetlejuice. So yeah. I guess regardless on that, I really like the original Candyman for what it is. So yeah, since after I have, of course, came out of seeing the first 3 films to get myself fully prepared for this one, I am quite intrigued to actually know what I'm going to be in for, because I remember when I first saw the trailers, I think it does kind of look like something that I would expect from, of course, a horror movie. Hell, I never even knew about the original Candyman around the time the new one has officially came into play until now. So yeah, though I think I did find it kind of a bit confusing, of course, what type of direction it's trying to go for, but thankfully this movie actually did deliver on, of course, what it's trying to do with, of course, a couple things, actually. One is that they brought on Jordan Peele as producer for, of course, this film, to which, yeah, I guess, if anything, he's actually pulling off a really good name, since he started off pretty strong as a comedic actor to, of course, a really great movie director, giving us such fantastic horror movies that we got beforehand, such as Get Out and Us, and yeah, that's actually one thing that I'm actually really quite intrigued when I actually first saw the trailer for, of course, this movie, and that Jordan Peele is attached to this one. And the second thing that I've actually learned since after seeing the second trailer is that upon further research, it's actually going for a similar route as, say, Halloween 2018 did, and just pretty much being a direct sequel to the original, but still retaining the same name as the original. To which, yeah, at first kind of is actually kind of confusing, but actually does serve a really good purpose for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, that's actually what I actually got for, of course, based on what I'm seeing for the new Candyman right about now. So yeah, now that I've actually got those out of the way, I of course did manage to go see it for myself, and yeah, I finally got back from seeing it right about now, and I guess the only question remains: what do I think of this one overall? Well, I guess for what it is, I actually really enjoyed this movie. Yeah, I guess for what it is, I think it's actually a really intriguing but I dare even say a pretty good horror movie for what it is, and I dare even say I definitely like this movie as much as I love the original, hands down, and not to mention, this is exactly what I would imagine for a sequel to the original Candyman for sure. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I actually really enjoyed this movie for what it is. Sure, it's not pitch perfect for what it is, but I say for what it is, I'm actually really impressed with, of course, what I'm seeing. So yeah, I guess in the end, I think it's actually a really good movie. Alright, whew. Must have spat some water onto myself, So yeah, now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I think it's best that I will go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about. First of all is, of course, the story for, of course, this movie, and I have to say, this is actually a really well-crafted story from what I'm seeing right about now. Like I said, still retaining the idea of course, the original Candyman, while serving as a full-on direct sequel to it, but also mix it up a bit to make it its own standalone movie for sure. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I actually really love on how well crafted the story is for, of course, this movie, and yeah, like I say, it is exactly what I would imagine for, of course, a sequel to the original Candyman for sure. Like I said, pretty much serving well on its own as its own movie, while still retaining the ideas on and actually capturing the magic of course, the original, hands down, which I have to say is actually quite impressive. And I also really enjoyed the incredible callbacks that they did to, of course, the original, hands down, to actually make it all the more impressive for what it is. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I actually am really impressed on, of course, this movie, hands down, with, of course, what it's trying to do with its story ramp. Now, I think it's actually really well crafted, and I think it's exactly what I had in mind for a sequel to the original Candyman, and yeah, not only that, I also find the film's writing, I have to say, to also be absolutely spot on for sure. I think with, of course, every single one of them I've actually seen by far, I think it's actually really well crafted for what it's trying to do, and it did deliver, of course, some really great lines, and of course some really scary moments, which I'll get to later on, and plenty of others that I could actually think of. So yeah, I guess for what it is, much like on how I felt about the story, I really do admire the film's rating for what it is. It is just absolutely incredible, and I really like the way it actually turned out. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, ooh. Got a little something in my eye for a second, huh? Alright, I think I might have gotten that out. Sorry about that, folks. So, okay, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what's next, right about now? Oh yeah, now I remember the characters. So yeah, I guess for what is the characters in this movie, I will have to say are, yeah, I will have to admit they are incredibly likable for sure. Yeah, I think with, of course, every single one of them, I think they are pretty likable and incredibly interesting for what they are, and yeah, I really do admire the way on what it's actually trying to do, exploring their flaws, and even tackle on, of course, what issues they're going through, and yeah, pretty much all around, I actually do find the characters to be incredibly likable. Yeah, but mainly in particular, our main lead, Anthony. So yeah, I think with, of course, every single time I see him on screen, I really do get a kick out of him for sure. I think he actually does start off pretty comic collective, but as the film goes on and he starts learning about the urban legend of Candyman himself, and let's not forget to mention actually overcoming some massive struggles, and even some stuff that would creep him out. It actually shows him that he's driven into madness and actually becoming one himself. So, but I won't give away too much on what's been going on, because yeah, that'll be spoilers for sure. But hey, I guess for what it is, I think they actually did do a fine job with what they've done with Anthony's character for sure. I think it's it can be difficult to actually figure out, but I do admire on what it's trying to do. So yeah, and of course on top of that, seeing how I really do like the characters for sure, all the actors that came on board to play all the characters in this movie, they actually do pull off some pretty good performances in my opinion. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire the way they actually turned out, and I especially love on how well casted this movie is. Pretty much the good majority of it are, of course, done by of course, well, African-American actors, yeah. So, yeah, I know that's definitely saying a whole lot, because, yeah, I think, I guess if anything, why did I have to say African-American actors as opposed to black actors, to be honest? Well, I don't want to be racist or anything, but yeah, I guess if anything, I really do admire on how well casted this movie is, with, of course, pretty much almost a good majority of the cast in this movie are pretty much all black actors for sure. So Yeah, which is actually quite fitting because I really do admire the way that they actually provide some really good social commentary on racism against black people here in America for sure. Similar to how the original actually did tackle this issue for sure, which is actually quite fitting because I know when the original Candyman came out, it was happening around the same year the LA riots happened. But that's simply saying a whole lot. But yeah, I really do admire they actually provided some really good social commentary on, of course, this movie hands down. So yeah, I guess if anything, it's pretty much what I can say at this point. Much like on how I felt about the characters, all the actors that came on board to play all these characters really did pull off some pretty good performances in my opinion. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. I guess that's it for the Hag. But hey, good thing I got a backup for sure. Okay, so now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, for this being a horror movie hands down, I guess if anything, the most important thing I can say for, of course, a horror movie right about now is, of course, toning atmosphere, and I guess for what it is, I really do admire the incredible toning atmosphere that this movie is actually trying to come across. I think they don't play up every single time or mix and mash with it hands down. No, they actually kept it nice and simple for what it's actually trying to do, and for that, I think it actually really does do a fine job, and of course, what it's trying to do on that, and plus, even the scares, I have to say, they actually did get a good, yeah, I think they really did get me frightened a whole lot, because I know in the original, it did supply, of course, a good amount of jump scares for sure, but in this movie, however, they actually did tone it down a bit and actually focus on the atmospheric side of things, and actually building up to, of course, the good amount of scares that we would actually get, to which I find that to be a really clever move, to be honest, and I really like the way it's actually I really like the way it's actually pulled off well, and of course, this movie, because when you actually do see it for yourself, we do start to get frightened, so yeah. I guess if anything, that's pretty much what I can say for all of that. The toning atmosphere actually works pretty well, and I really do admire the really good amount of scares that they actually threw into, of course, this movie, which really did get me frightened for sure. So yeah, and not only that, I definitely know for sure that pretty much on top of all that, they really pushing hard with, of course, the amount of goring, of course, this movie for sure. Like, of course, one scene in particular that I won't give away, when I actually see amount of blood coming all the way down for sure, all the way, yeah, just straight down, to be honest, I was like, oh shit! Yeah, I think that, yeah, I guess that actually does establish that it actually does work well with what it's actually trying to do for, of course, this movie. And for that, I really do give amount of props to the people working on this one to actually make this one work. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say for, of course, all those for sure. Alright. Of course, everything else that I should mention, like, of course, pretty much the direction of in this movie by, of course, the film's director is just absolutely incredible, and I really like on how well directed this movie is for sure, though, yeah, I think if it was directed by Jordan Peele, about how then that would have been even more awesome for sure, but hey, I'm actually glad they also brought in another good director for, of course, this one, and they really did a really incredible job with what it's trying to do, and not to mention, I really love on how well shot this movie is through some really great cinematography, and I really love on how well cut up this movie is, and yeah, with, of course, the film's editing for sure, as it really does help out with, of course, its pacing, and again, its toning atmosphere with what it's actually trying to do, so So, yeah, and of course, if anything, it's pretty much everything that I should say about this one, but like I said, the most important thing that I can say is that it definitely does do an incredible job in capturing the magic of the original while standing out well as not only a pretty good sequel to it, but also as its own standalone movie. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I should say on how much I actually really enjoyed the new Candyman. But if I have one major problem with, of course, this movie is that I will admit maybe some scenes might have dragged on for a little bit too long. Though I'm not saying it's terrible by all means, but yeah, maybe I think it could have been done a whole lot better if they just cutting it up altogether, or maybe just shortening out to actually make it stand out a whole lot more, to be honest. But yeah, that's actually my common complaint on, of course, this movie right about now. But the rest I have to say is still done massively well, and I do applaud this movie for what it's trying to do. So yeah, I guess overall, Candyman 2021 is not only a pretty good horror movie, but also exactly what I would imagine for this being a sequel to the original Candyman. So yeah, if you were to, of course, take out Farewell to the Flesh and Day of the Dead, pretty much, yeah, if you were to, of course, take those two out and just leave both the original Candyman and this new movie, well, I think we actually would get them as, of course, some pretty good horror movies that are actually well worth your time, let alone some really good slasher movies that is actually well worth your time for sure. Similar to, of course, to the other past slasher movies slash horror movies that we actually got pretty much well before Candyman existed, that still done massively well regardless on the amount of movies that we actually got that had in those series that did degrade over time, but hey, the originals still turned out massively well, while some of the new ones are actually pretty good. You know, like with Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Scream, and even Halloween, to which, yeah, speaking of what I said about Halloween, seeing of how I did mention the 2018 Halloween movie, I definitely need to get myself fully prepared for Halloween Kills that'll be coming out in a couple of months from now, but hey, I guess regardless on that, the new Candyman movie is actually a pretty good movie that I couldn't help but fully recommend, hands down. It's got a good story, a great cast of characters, some brilliant scares that really left me pretty much left me on the edge of my seat, and everything else that I should mention, it definitely serves out well as a pretty good sequel to the original, hands down, and it's exactly what I have in mind for sure whenever I think of a sequel to the original Candyman. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I actually really enjoyed this movie, hands down, and I couldn't help but fully recommend it, hands down. So yeah, I guess if it's something up your alley, then definitely check this movie out for yourself. It's actually well worth your time for sure, and I dare even say that I am daring you right about now to say his name 5 times in the mirror to see this movie for yourself. Unless you don't want to get yourself killed while doing it, so yeah, I think you should be alright, but hey, regardless on that, I really enjoyed the new Candyman movie, and I highly recommend it for all of you guys if you want to check it out for yourself. So yeah, if you got the time, definitely go see this movie for yourself. It's actually well worth it, pretty much all the way through. So yeah, for my final score right about now, I'm of course going to give Candyman 2021 an 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, pretty much, it's actually a really good movie nonetheless, and it does deliver well as a pretty good sequel to the original Candyman for sure, and I couldn't help but fully recommend it, hands down, and I say it's definitely well worth your time checking out. So yeah, if you got the time, definitely go see this movie for yourself. It's actually well worth it for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and let me know in the comment section below if you have seen Candyman 2021 and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites that I have provided with, of course, the links down in the description box below. And of course, support me on Patreon if you want to see some sneak peeks to videos that I got coming up in the near future, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications if you want to see more videos like this coming up in the near future. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and yeah, I guess it's safe to say that my incredibly busy summer, seeing a really good amount of movies on the big screen, has officially come to an end right about now, and yeah, I guess this movie is actually a really good one to end it off on a bang for sure, and yeah, now that I've actually got that out of the way, I'm excited to see how will it be coming out for, of course, this upcoming fall. Though I definitely know, for of course the month of September right about now, I definitely know I'm gonna be reducing down the amount of movies to see on the big screen because of, you know, my busy schedule, and of course my classes at college for sure, and thankfully I already got 2 movies lined up that I'm really excited to actually go see. Those being Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is of course the latest installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that I'm really excited to actually see for sure. As long as, of course, I would manage to get all the way through the show What If on Disney+. And let's not forget to mention another movie based on the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical, Dear Evan Hansen. So yeah, those 2 I'm definitely looking forward to seeing throughout the course of the month of September right about now. Nothing much else, but just as my way to, of course, probably reduce down the amount of movies that are going to be coming out for sure, just to save myself some time for sure. And let's not forget to mention right about now, pretty much I know every day throughout the month of September right about now, well, except for September 11th because of you know what, So yeah, I definitely know every single day throughout the month of September, you're not only going to see Season 6 of WTPU, aka What the Pick, but that'll come up in about 2 to 3 weeks from now, to which I'm really excited to actually finally get out, and let's not forget to mention my new cosplay show, CGS, aka A Cosplayer's Guide to Success. So yeah, I really worked hard to actually get that series going. I'm really excited to see on how well it actually turns out once it's officially out for sure. So definitely be on the lookout for those. And yeah, hopefully within a matter of time, I may do some thoughts videos in between the 2 movies that I mentioned earlier, but again, we'll just have to wait and see right about now when the time is right. But hey, I guess until then, definitely be on the lookout for those videos throughout the month of September right about now, every single day. Again, except for September 11th right about now. So yeah, I'm really excited to see on how that turns out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video. And now if you'll excuse me, I can see how we are right here. I did manage to bring out a mirror with me, which, yeah, you can immediately tell when I'm actually showing the camera right but now. I'm gonna see if I can actually try if this whole Candyman thing, like they did in the movies, actually works. So, okay, here we go. Candyman, 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 Candyman. Ah, there, see? Nothing happened. So yeah, I'm actually glad on how well that actually turned out. Okay, I don't know if you actually see it, but yeah, I think Candyman must have got me right about now. Yeah, that was a big mistake right about now, so yeah. I guess chances are I'll come back to life in the next video right about now, so yeah, I'm just gonna end it off by establishing for the fact that I've been killed by Candyman and I'm pronounced dead, so yeah, definitely be on the lookout for the next thoughts video, so take care, guys. Ugh.